For this project, we intend to accentuate the power of the media through the process of socialization. The concept of socialization dictates that social constructions such as race, gender, and class are reinforced by various different institutions. At an early age, the citizenry becomes aware of social constructions, and the process of socialization makes these constructions powerful and potent. In an epoch of increasing globalization and media conglomeration, the role of various fragmented media sources in socializing the public is at a historic peak.
We argue that the media frames issues to reinforce notions of race and class. To solidify our point, we will use sociological concepts of hegemony and intersectionality. The media is controlled by powerful economic backers and corporations who have vested interest in perpetuating wealth inequality. These groups benefit from the hegemonic system, which places them at the upper echelon of society and part of the dominant cultural group. The media has vested interest in promoting social unity and conformity. For example, Fox News is owned by News Corp and News Corp by Rupert Murdoch. Murdoch is an outspoken conservative who believes in social harmony and hegemony. He once said, "For better or worse, our company is a reflection of my thinking, my character, my values."
The Michael Brown and Eric Garner cases continue to grip the American public and create a cause of social unrest. Presently, people question the social rubric and the race and class structures. This is threatening to the backers of Fox and Murdoch himself. To quell this unrest, Fox actively depicts blacks as criminals and thugs, a media technique commonly used to reinforce mass incarceration systems. Here's a video of Rivera's opinion on race in America.
The latest year stats are available 2012, and that is 123. So it's 2,200 and whatever versus 123, Geraldo. But this is what gets the attention.
You know, I saw LeBron James on the night the Royals watched the Cavaliers pummel the Brooklyn Nets, and he had a shirt on, "I Can't Breathe." The shirt obviously referencing Eric Garner, the Staten Island man who was choked to death in that horrifying video that we all saw. I wondered to myself, what if LeBron James instead had a shirt, "Be a better father to your dad"? Be a better father to your son. Raise your children. Those difficult issues are not being dealt with by the black community because they are so complex, they're so deep-rooted, they are really so profoundly troubling that they don't want to try. And it is a victimization mentality that says we can only motivate when we are the victims. It goes in keeping with everything that's happened to the black community in the generations preceding. It's easy to demonstrate and be outraged when we are the victims. Look what they are doing to us rather than what we are doing to ourselves. There is a kind of urban suicide happening here that has to be dealt with.
Fox tries to ignore the racial inequality in the country by placing the blame on the black population instead. They argue that the disservice being done to blacks is the product of their own lack of responsibility and personal efficacy, portraying blacks as the harmful cultural force.
They also blame blacks for a lack of social mobility. They add to the compassion gap because people do not feel obligated to assist those who are responsible for their own condition. He cites the old mythopoetic of black-on-black crime, a technique used to criminalize African Americans. They employ framing and labeling techniques to reinforce their own economic and racial agenda.
Perhaps more important than the stories the media shows are the ones they choose not to show. Extensive analysis shows that the media rarely reports on the endemic poverty in this country. Intersectionality brings race and class together to reinforce a larger social disadvantage for groups. Media sources choose not to report on poverty for fearing a disruption of the class substructure. In her article, Media in the Poor, Heather E. Bullock, professor at University of California, Santa Barbara, notes that the media chooses not to disrupt the structure.
She claims the media facilitates this perception by 1. Presenting the interests of the well-off, examples being stock, financial portfolios, and leisure time as general concerns. 2. Downplaying structural economic concerns, examples being job security and income of the working class and poor. And 3. Emphasizing shared interclass concerns, example safety and crime, issues that both the upper and lower classes are concerned with. By downplaying economic insecurity and representing the middle as a state of mind, she claims the media encourages working class individuals to identify with the politically neutralized universal middle class.
The media facilitates the socialization process by making people comfortable with their economic disadvantage. People are socialized to believe that the inequalities in American society are inevitable. The greatest force of the media is eliminating personal efficacy by creating a universal feeling of powerlessness. This creates status in the class structure, leading to historic levels of wealth inequality and a profound lack of confidence amongst individuals in doing anything to change it.
To conclude our presentation, we argue that the media remains a very powerful force in determining the culture of the United States. Issues such as race and gender, which are inevitably intersectionally associated, are at the forefront of what the media does to socialize the American populace. And as media gains an even more powerful standing in this country, these will become increasingly bigger issues. Thank you very much.